Hello, it's Wednesday the 18th of February. My name's Simon Budden and this is your weekly dose of CTV's student news. A University of Bath student has been admitted to hospital with a suspected case of bacterial meningitis. The university and the Health Protection Agency are now working together to identify people who may be at risk of infection. Primarily, this means people who have been in close contact with the student. However, it is very important that all students remain vigilant and watch for early signs and symptoms in themselves and their friends. For information on the symptoms of meningitis, please see the notice on bath.ac.uk. If you feel that you have some of the symptoms, you should consult your GP immediately. On a somewhat lighter note, from the 23rd of February until the 1st of March, it's Rag Week. Once again, Bath's Raising and Giving Society is looking to collect thousands of pounds for charity. Leon Osborne caught up with Kirsty Lemarca to find out more.
Thanks, Simon. I'm here reporting from the RAG office with Kirsty, who's the chair of RAG, and she's going to talk to us a bit about Rag Week. Kirsty, first of all, what do RAG actually do?
Well, RAG is the fundraising group of the Students' Union, so we do raids, which are collections, and events for local and national charities throughout the whole year. So on Saturdays you might see us in town with a bucket and a funny costume collecting for one of the bigger charities such as Breast Cancer Campaign. And we do smaller events on campus, and so you may have seen our fireworks event and things like that in the past, which are for local and national charities, ones that affect mainly Bath and Bristol.
Oh, cool. And what events have you got coming up in Rag Week?
We've got loads of events coming up in Rag Week. We're kicking the event off with Beer Keller on Monday night. That's basically similar to Freshers Week with the German umpire band, pictures of alcohol and soft drinks, and German singing. It's a great laugh. We then move on to Tuesday, where we've got our Ann Summers party for the girls and games night for the less girly girls and the blokes, where you can beat your friends at Mario Kart or Guitar Hero, such as that. Wednesday we've got inflatables down by the lake, so if you want to beat your friend at a bungee run or just have a bit of a bounce on it, then go down there for that. Thursday we've got the silent disco, which is going to be great. We've got 2 DJs for that from URB. And Friday we've got our slave auction, so if you want to buy someone to take your lecture notes for a week or cook you a meal or something like that, you can come along to that. So that's in happy hour. And we've also got our gunker sab, so you can gunk your favourite or least favourite sab in some kind of questionable goo type substance.
How much money are you trying to raise? Who's it going to go to?
Well, last year we raised £4,000, so we're hoping to beat that. So that is our target for this year. The money goes to our general funds, which then gets distributed to local and national charities throughout Bath and Bristol. And so charities we funded last year was Julian House, so that's the local homeless shelter, and the Royal United Hospital and their premature baby units as well. Okay, and basically if you want to get involved with any of this at all, you can just pop up to the RAG office. RAG Week or anything in general, so that can be our collections or any other events we've got going on this year. Just come up and see us and we'd be happy to help.
Oh, sounds like a fun-packed week. I'm Leon Osborne reporting from the RAG office. Back to you, Simon.
If you'd like more information about Rag Week, then check out bathrag.com, the Bath student homepage, or pick up the Rag Mag. Doors open for the silent disco on Thursday the 26th of February at 9 p.m. Tickets for the night cost £5 in advance or £6 on the door and are available from Plug Bar, Bath Student or outside the library at most lunchtimes during the next week. Tickets for the Rag Beer Keller on the 23rd of February are also available now. The tickets cost £4 with the first sitting at 8 p.m. and the second at 9:15. Tickets for the Beer Keller can also be bought from Plug Bar. Coming up on the 26th of February is the Students' Union AGM. The annual general meeting is a chance for students to grill the SABs on what they've been doing this year. You can also get a look at all the policy that's being created. The AGM will be held in Elements at 1:15 p.m. and all students are welcome. The University of Bath and your SU are proud to announce that the university has officially been awarded Fair Trade status. Over the past 6 months, a steering group involving academic, hospitality and students' union staff, together with a number of students, have moved the university towards a more ethically minded position on the products that it sells. The University of Bath is now one of only 70 other universities and colleges to have achieved the status. From Wednesday the 18th to Saturday the 21st of February, Bust will be performing Cloud 9 by Carol Churchill. The performances will start at 7:30 every evening in the Mission Theatre in Bath. Tickets will cost £7 or £5 for students. For directions, go to missiontheatre.co.uk/contact. And it's that time of the year again when the SU and the university ask all final years to take part in the National Student Survey. The nationwide survey has helped improve many aspects of university life, like more computer access in the library, the refurbishment of the general teaching areas, and improvements to academic feedback. To take part, go to thestudentsurvey.com. Also, coming up on the 22nd of March, the Volunteer Centre, together with SCA, Student Community Action, are holding a charity fun run. The event aims to raise money for Cry in the Dark, a charity that raises money for 2 Romanian orphanages. Although, if you're not the sporty type, then you can still get involved, as the run will need support staff. If you'd like more information or to get involved, then email Rebecca or Rachel. And now, Joe Waterhouse has a special report on the current referendum and voter turnout.
I'm unplugged to find out whether the students of the University of Bath will vote for or even care about the current referendum on the new constitution. Earlier I met up with Pete Walker to find out all about the referendum. So Pete, you're one of the students that's proposed the change to the text. What's this referendum about?
It's about the Students' Union changing the way that it's run. The core constitution has been redrafted and rewritten because it hasn't been changed for 10 years basically. So over the last 18 months, sabbatical officers, union council, the union and the university solicitors and members of staff have been looking at ways to change the constitution to bring it in line with the new Charities Act and to find a way for students to be better engaged with and to have more of an impact on the way their union is run.
And where can we vote?
You can vote on bathstudent.com
Yeah.
any time this week from the 16th to the 20th of February. You have to log in, so make sure you've registered, and there's a big kind of thing on the front page which says vote here, so you can vote for or against, or you can abstain.
And why do you think we should care about this as students?
Well, the Students' Union has a massive impact on your everyday life. So, it runs the bar, there's sports, societies, it represents you to the university and to the wider world, and it gives a lot of advice. And there's lots of other services it provides as well. So the way that it runs is really, really important, and it's important that students have a say on what the union does for them and that they're better engaged with and can make an impact a lot more easily.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks very much.
No problem.
Although the proposal will mean big changes, past experience shows that many of the students still won't vote. Typical voter turnout for the sabbatical elections is about 20%. That's about 2,600 people. In a student population of 13,000, that means that over 10,000 students have no say in who directs the union. Unfortunately, participation for referendums is even lower. The No Platform referendum last year received only 800 votes. We asked a random cross-section of students if they were going to vote this year. Hi, have you voted for the referendum?
No.
Hi, are you going to
Hello.
vote for the referendum?
What's the referendum?
Are you going to vote for the referendum?
Yes, I am.
Are you going to vote for the referendum?
I don't know. What referendum are we talking about here?
Hi, are you going to vote for the referendum?
Yes, I'm going to.
Hi, are you going to vote for the referendum?
No.
Hi, are you going to vote for the referendum?
What referendum?
As you can see, student governance clearly isn't very high up on the agendas for most students. Ironically, this is something that the proposed constitution seeks to address with its student engagement strategy. I'm Joe Waterhouse in The Plug, encouraging you to vote. Back to you, Simon.
Thank you, Joe. And if you haven't already, you can cast your vote online at bathstudent.com/referendum. You have until 4 p.m. on Friday the 20th to cast your vote. And finally, we have Leon Osborne with the sports results from last week. Leon.
Thanks, Simon. Last week saw some good results for many of the university's sports teams. Sadly, however, this wasn't the case for the American football team, the Killer Bees, who lost in their game against Bristol 12-0. This result means that for the first time in 4 years, the Bees won't make it into the playoffs. However, the first netball team played excellently, thrashing Strathclyde 94-2, and the netball second team also did the university proud by beating Cambridge 44-31. While the netball thirds lost their game to UWE Hartpury, it was a close game, resulting in 30-26. The men's first hockey team were unfortunately knocked out by Loughborough when they lost 4-1, but the men's second team made it back by winning a match against Cardiff 2-1. The ladies' first hockey team defeated Uwick 4-2, and the ladies' fourth drew in their game against Southampton with a score of 1-1. In men's rugby, the first team were beaten by St Mary's 43-8, but the second team secured a victory against Bristol with 16-10. And ending on a high note now with Ultimate Frisbee, I'm proud to report they beat Bristol 8-5. That's all I've got from the weekly sports roundup this week. Back to you, Simon.
Thank you, Leon. Of course, this isn't all that's going on in your union. For full details of events, check out bathstudent.com. My name's Simon Budden. Thank you for watching CTV's Student News.